Warning, this video contains speculation, please don't sue me. It's confirmed. We knew that Life Alyx was due out in March, but yesterday its Twitter account tweeted to clarify that the game is due out on March the 23rd, meaning we still have over a month to wait. And it's on a Monday, which is just horrible for most people. Why couldn't it have been on a Friday? But there's plenty of stuff to do while we wait, like trying to get hold of a VR headset to play the game with. In the UK, I've seen price increases on numerous headsets, probably due to low supply and high demand. And the Valve Index is still out of stock. I was expecting this game to kickstart the VR revolution, but I wasn't expecting it to be on such a large and sudden scale. Maybe even Valve was surprised by the demand for the Valve Index. I think the game's done, they just deliberately kept Life Alyx's release date vague until now in case of a headset shortage. By choosing a release date later on in the month, it'll give them 3 more weeks to produce enough headsets to meet demand. Like they've said in this tweet, they'll have more information on upcoming Valve Index availability soon. Don't forget that this game will be playable on other, cheaper options as well, like the Rift S or Samsung Odyssey Plus, but then you won't get the pre-order bonuses. Along with the date reveal, they also threw a few new screenshots at us. The first one shows the alien outbreak in a house. We've seen similar before. It'll probably be a gruesome, squishy experience to walk your way through this one. And we get a nice close-up of the barnacle monster. In older games, its tongue would pull you up into the air, giving you a few seconds before it started gnawing on your skull, but apparently being lifted into the air doesn't feel too good in VR, so I'm interested to see what it does to you now. A game wresting control away from your body is a recipe for sickness in VR. Maybe it'll finally be like the Abyss monster that was cut from Half-Life 2. This next screenshot shows a combat situation, a close-up of your pistol covered in mods, and 2 different types of Combine enemies. That canister's just waiting to be shot. Look closely and you can even make out an error message. This is a sign for a missing prop in source. Valve please fix. Life Alyx release date delayed to April the 1st, confirmed. My favourite screenshot has to be this third one. Firstly because it looks like a place right out of those fake Half-Life 3 images that floated around on the internet about 10 years ago. Secondly, the glowing graffiti tells some hieroglyphic tale of Half-Life's antlions, Vortigaunts, the Citadel, and what I assume is a prophecy about Gordon Freeman coming back to save the day, his crowbar hidden just off the side of the screen. And thirdly, because this screenshot tells us the most about Source 2, specifically how it handles reflections. Ray tracing is the buzzword at the moment, but it's obviously too demanding and niche to be used in this game. They could have done what Half-Life 2 did by creating another copy of the world for the reflection. They could have used screen space reflections, but all these methods would bring your frame rate down. So instead, they've chosen to use cube maps, which is a method so old it was used in Half-Life 2. And unlike any other method of drawing reflections, these don't slow your PC down at all, which is important for a VR game, where you need high frame rates for it to be playable. Cube maps are effectively pictures in all directions, a bit like Google Street View is. It gets these pictures and it wraps around anything nearby that's shiny. In this case, the puddle. Like I said, it doesn't slow your PC down at all. The reason that other methods exist, like ray tracing, is because cube maps come with some of their own downsides. For a start, they can be quite low resolution. You can see how blurry it is in this corner. You can practically taste the pixels. It also isn't reflecting individual objects. There's no reflection for this barrel here, or for the fence, or for this grass. And depending on where you're stood, some bits don't line up perfectly, like this stone buttress here. There are ways of hiding these limitations. For a start, you can see that they've added a muddy texture to the puddle's surface, which will hide how low resolution the reflections are. And the cube maps this time around are probably parallax corrected, which means the reflection moves about like it's painted onto an underground box to try and imitate where you're stood in the level. And while it doesn't show stuff like this barrel here, integrating screen space reflections would reflect these things more accurately. It's possible for reflections to use both methods at the same time, though I'm not sure if Life Alyx supports it. Don't get me wrong, cube map reflections aren't something I'm complaining about. I guess I was secretly hoping that Valve would have come up with an amazing new way of doing reflections with none of the downsides. But obviously this didn't happen. Even something as amazing as a new Half-Life game is still constrained by this world's software and hardware limitations. For now, cube maps are the most logical method they could have used. But they could at least have done something to make this rope look better. Ugh. So while we will have to wait for March the 23rd to be able to play the game, there are 2 more things to look forward to before that. The first are several videos from me, excitedly talking and speculating in ridiculous depth about Life Alyx and stuff. Make the most of these because I suspect, after the game is released, this channel will become nothing more than an endless dank highlights from me playing the game in my underwear. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button. And the second thing to look forward to are the pre-order bonuses starting on March the 2nd. Buy a Valve Index now, and in just over 2 weeks, you'll be able to explore some of the places from Half-Life Alyx. You can expect lengthy videos from me where I spend my time smearing my face through muddy puddles and grass textures. I bet you can't wait. And that's just the start. Because, in Valve's own words, beginning with, which means more is yet to come between then and the game's release. Over on the store page for the game, you can see that they're also teasing custom gun skins for the game, as well as Half-Life Alyx themed content for CSGO. Let's just draw on some dates. Yeah, that looks about right. The question now is, will the Valve Index be back in stock in time for you to enjoy these pre-order bonuses? Given their vague response, I expect the answer to that is a yes, but. Fingers crossed you're in the correct country and will receive your headset in time to enjoy the pre-order bonuses as they're released. Also, go buy the VR Humble Bundle that's currently available, because some of those experiences will certainly keep you busy until Half-Life Alyx is finally released.